Well, so first question in today's discussion. Suppose this is a plank. It is a plank. Okay, so A is a man, B is the plank, right? A is a man, B is the plank. A is pulling the rope at passing through this pulley as per the arrangement you can see. With what force the man should pull the rope so that to balance the system. It is saying that mass of B is twice that of the mass of A, right? That is equal to 40 kg. Mass of A is just twice that of 40 kg is, let it be 80 kg. Mass of B is twice of mass of A is equal to 80 kg. So question is, with what force man should pull the rope to keep the arrangement at rest, at rest. Yes. What will be the force with which man should pull this arrangement? Yes, what will be the answer? With what force man should pull the rope to keep the arrangement at rest? Say here, if we do the free body diagram, this is the block B, so its weight as per suggested, it is 80 kg means 80 g. Weight of the man, that too should act in the downward direction. Okay, that is how much? 40 g. That will be acting downward. Okay, I mean like no, we should not consider it 40 g. Let it be contact force N. Then there will be one tension force T and another one will be 2T. How we are considering it? Because if I, for example, if I say T be the tension at these two part, then this part it will be 2T, as we discussed in the previous class, that in case of a light pulley there must be equal balancing forces, right? So balancing forces means here on this pulley is T plus T, 2T, so here it will be 2T, so on this part also 2T. So these two portions are attached with the block B, so that's why T plus 2T, right? So this shows that 80G plus N, that is equal to 3T, balancing equation for the block B. Okay, and for man is concerned, the man is pulling the rope with T, that means T force will be upward, weight of the man is 40 g and the man will experience contact force N also in the upward direction. Man is experiencing contact force N, that means man was exerting N. So second equation will be T plus N upward, that is equal to 40 g, equation number 2. Okay, therefore we can, to calculate T we should eliminate N. So if we eliminate N, that means it is equation 1 minus equation 2. If we do that, it is 800, taking G as 10, 800 minus T, N gets cancelled out, it is 3T minus 400, right? T goes to that side, so 4T is equal to 1200. So T is equal to 300 Newton. So the tension with which the tension force with which the man should pull the rope is of 300 Newton. If you do this problem drawing two different equation for two different mass, one is for A, another one is for B, but if you, because the entire arrangement is at rest, so if you do the composite equation, composite FBD, in that case contact force will be of no use. So for A plus B, if I draw the FBD taking this way, it is for A plus B, then total forces on A and B together, this will be 2T, T and T. These two are acting on B upward, this is on A upward, and the weight will be 40 plus 80 G. Okay, in this case, when we are discussing the FBD of composite mass, that is A plus B taken together, so in that case we don't need to consider the contact force again. Contact force will only be taken in FBD, and hence in the corresponding equation writing provided when we are doing it for individual block. But when we are doing it for working it for the composite block, then we don't need to consider the contact force between them. So ultimately upward force will be 40 and downward it will be 1200, right, 120 into 10. So again we will be getting the answer in the same way. Okay, so I have shown you both the ways. This is for A plus B system and this is the way you can do it for the individual. Now in second question, two blocks, you can see the two blocks A and B both are of mass m each. They are identical blocks, but they are in contact at their slant surface. One of the edges of both the blocks are vertical where forces has been applied, but the common surface of contact, that is not a vertical surface, rather it is a slant surface of A is in contact with the slant surface of B. Surface to surface contact has been suggested, and the inclination of that slant surface is 30 degree with horizontal, right? Do you understand the diagram? So here we have to find that all surfaces are smooth, all surfaces are smooth, then find the force exerted by A on B. Find the force exerted by A on B. Find the force exerted by A on B. We have to calculate this value, that is the contact force. We did a similar kind of question in our previous class, but that time the surface of contact was vertical. Here the surface of contact is not vertical, rather at slant surface. Since there are two unbalancing forces at the ends of A and B, so obviously we can easily understand the result of the given situation. Result shows that two blocks of equal mass values are in contact, being all surfaces are smooth. So therefore, definitely being the unbalanced force acting on the overall system, so there must be an acceleration countable. There will be an acceleration on the system. So total system A plus B is of mass 2m. So if I see this is a overall system of mass 2m experiencing F force this way and 2F force this way. So obviously the net force F net will act in this direction, right? So F net, that means it is 2F minus F acting on 2m will definitely bring some acceleration. Whenever there will be an unbalancing forces will act on a single body or system of particles, it will bring acceleration. So that acceleration will be F by 2m, because the 2F minus F will be F. So that by 2m will be acceleration. So undoubtedly that acceleration on the system will develop in this way, right? Once the acceleration is known, we have been asked to know the force exerted by A on B. So on B is concerned, if we consider the block of B where it is 30 degree, so contact force by A on B will be this way. So let it be small f, and this direction it is 2f. Resulting acceleration of the block B is definitely, whose mass is m, definitely having acceleration in this direction. But the force what we can see here exerted by A on B, because I told you yesterday also in previous class that contact force should always be perpendicular to the surface of contact irrespective of the direction of motion. Okay. So since the contact surface is this one, so contact force by one on the other will be along the line perpendicular to the surface of contact. So that's why it is this way. So now this contact force can be as per requirement as the acceleration suggested horizontal in direction. So that therefore the use of this force need to be resolved in these two components. Geometrically this line and this line parallel, this is being the transversal. Okay. So we can see this is 30 degree, means this angle will be 30. So this angle will be correspondingly 30. Yes or no? This angle will be 30 degree, right? Could you follow this geometry? Because if I draw a line like this, okay, 30, 60, this will be, just a minute, yeah, 60, 30, this will be 30. So downward will be F cos 30 and horizontal it will be F sin 30. So that means by A on B along horizontally rightward it will be F sin 30, and to the left in the direction of acceleration the block B is experiencing 2F. Okay. So therefore we can write down 2F is the force in favor of motion minus F sin 30. So that will be equal to m into A. So therefore 2F minus sin 30 is 1 by 2, that is equal to m into A. A we got it as F by capital F by 2m. So therefore mm gets cancelled out. So it is small f by 2, that is equal to 2f minus f by 2. So that means this is 3f by 2. Got it? So small f is equal to 3f. This implies that small f is equal to 3f. So contact force being perpendicular to the surface of contact, so it will be magnitudically 3f.